Sister wives. Is Meri Brown still considered mom to Brown kids? I will explain everything. Watch this video until end. Hey lovely viewers. Welcome to my shocking news channel. After the recent ceremony for Garrison Brown, many Sister Wives viewers began to wonder about Meri Brown's status with the family. Several people question if the Brown kids still consider her their mom. Meri Brown was instrumental in helping with the family. While it is hard to believe that Meri Brown's separation from plural marriage could affect her status as mom, some of the kids have been forward about Meri being abusive. On Reddit, one Sister Wives viewer poses a question about Meri. They say, Meri and the wives' kids. Then discuss how the family views her. With Garrison's passing to Janelle, Christine and Kody acknowledge that Meri was still one of the kids' mom. Admittedly, the status may be muddy after the split. Furthermore, the user says, I know there's tensions between three women, but did they consider her part of the family during celebrations, struggles, etc.? However, the Redditor brings up a good point about how a family might act in the face of tragedy. More so, the initial poster notices the seating arrangement Meri Brown chose. I just was looking at photos and Meri is still front row, just looks disconnected in ways. It's hard to explain what I'm asking. Later, the poster edits to say not only the funeral but overall. Giving the example of how Christine and Janelle still talk about being a mom to each other's kids. One person says, I would imagine that nothing has really changed. Historically, none of them really include or consider Meri in their planning, but also expect her to be included by someone else and don't mind that she's around or even expect her to be around. I think they also kind of leave it up to their children to define her role as a mother to them. Like they sat with her at Logan's wedding. But if she hadn't been included in that mother group, they all wouldn't have even noticed until a producer asked them about her. I think Janelle would want Meri there. In times that are very difficult, people normally come together. Meri was very present in the older kids' lives. I think it would have been way more hurtful if she didn't show up. Additionally, over the years, some of the Brown kids have stated that Meri Brown was abusive during their childhood. Undeniably, there is tension with Mykelti, Maddie, and Peyton Brown. Furthermore, there has been strain between her only biological child, Leon. Other users reminded Meri was the disciplinarian. When compared to the other parents, she may have seemed abusive solely from the aspect of differing personalities and parenting choices. A couple of the kids, namely Maddie, Mykelti, and Peyton, have publicly spoken about Meri being abusive towards them and their siblings. Others have said they never witnessed it. Something happened, plus the fact that Meri was abusive towards Janelle in the earlier years. All of the kids who have made accusations about Meri that then had to be walked back or simply dropped with no explanation were the kids profiting off of Patreon, YouTube instead of getting real jobs. It's also important to remember that Meri was the disciplinarian and straight shooter in the family. Well, since Meri was included in the grieving process, funeral, memorial, it sure looks like she is still considered one of the moms. Notably, in the photo from Garrison Brown's military funeral, Meri Brown is sitting next to Aspen and Mitch. Many believe this was about the division Meri has with some of the children. Mykelti sat in the same row with her arms crossed. Previously, her dislike for Meri was apparent, but without a doubt, this was a hard day for everyone. Perhaps the seating arrangements very well don't matter in a time of grieving, but they still can paint a picture of what might be going on. Mykelti is sitting in the same row as Meri, albeit her body language is open for interpretation. I really believe fans and tabloids are reading too much into the seating order. This was an absolute heart-breaking moment, and somehow I doubt Janelle noticed nor cared where anyone aside from her own kids sat or did. Obviously the mother and the father would sit in the front row. Since they are not together, both had someone else with them as comfort and anchor. Beyond that, it was probably just whoever came in first and how many available seat per group. Although the answer isn't clear how the Brown kids refer to Meri Brown, it is clear she shows up. Undoubtedly, Meri has always loved her family even when it was difficult. Hopefully, for the sake of the family, everyone set their difference aside and tried to support one another through the grief. I don't think she was as disconnected as it might Look at pictures, it looked like the chairs was in some kind of half circle, so to make sure everyone could follow the service they had to sit on both sides of the aisle. Meri sat with multiple of the kids, so she sat with the core family close to the center and Janelle. Is Meri Brown having a rocky relationship with her child, Leon? Garrison Brown's military memorial service took place a few days ago and fans noticed the family's seating arrangement looked a little uncomfortable. Check out the photos and see what other Sister Wives fans had to say. Leon and Meri Brown didn't sit together during the memorial. Over the past few years, Leon Brown has shied away from the limelight and several family members. Meri supported Leon after they came out as trans, but hasn't posted much about Leon or their partner Audrey since. It's possible Meri is respecting their privacy, but some fans can't help but wonder if it's indicative of an issue between mother and child. In the photos of Garrison's service provided by the Nevada National Guard, Leon can clearly be seen seated next to Audrey and their sister and brother-in-law, Aspen and Mitch Thompson. Leon looks incredibly devastated as the crowd bows their heads in prayer. Meri sat on the opposite side of the aisle, next to Gwendlyn Brown and her wife, Beatrice K. Ross. Sister Wives fans know that Leon Brown is a fiercely private person. If they did sever ties with their mother, it's possible they would never tell the public. But fans think the photos hint at a much larger story. Have the other children cut out the Sister Wives star? The status on Meri and Leon's relationship isn't currently known. However, other Sister Wives fans discussed Meri's place in the family amid the tragedy. With Garrison's passing, do Janelle, Christine and Kody acknowledge that Meri was still one of the kids' moms? I know there's tensions between three women, but do they consider her part of the family during celebrations, struggles, etc.? The op asked on Reddit. I just was looking at photos and Meri is still front row, just looks disconnected in ways. It's hard to explain what I'm asking. What are your thoughts? Some Redditors brought up the allegations Peden and Mykelti made about Meri's abusive behavior. Other Reddit users wrote, some kids consider Meri as mom. Some kids also consider Leon a sibling. And I don't think anyone would protest a half-sibling's other parent being present for their kid's sake. Meri has always been family focused. If one of the kids is having an event, and they invite her, she shows up. I think all the adults respect this regardless of their relationship with her. As far as we know, she's been at all the major events other than Christine's wedding. Well, since Meri was included in the grieving process, funeral, memorial, it sure looks like she is still considered one of the moms. The Sister Wives star remembers Garrison Brown. Like many of her siblings, Isabel Brown didn't immediately speak out after Garrison's death. She hasn't been on social media much over the past few months but did post on her Instagram story this week. She shared a photo of Garrison as a toddler holding her as a newborn. Since Christine and Janelle's children were all incredibly close, this loss is likely hitting Isabel and the others quite hard. Fans will learn more about the family's state of mind when the show returns this fall. Janelle Brown has shared photos from her late son Garrison's memorial service. The pictures were previously shared by the Nevada National Guard with a touching message about Garrison Brown. Janelle's post about the service paid tribute to her son again and addressed some of the comments she has seen about the memorial. It's been hard to get my brain to work properly again. I am so grateful for the outpouring of love and support I've received these last 3 weeks, she captioned the post. Janelle continued, the support has been overwhelming. I am honored. So many of you shared stories of your loved ones. So many of you wrote of your thoughts and prayers. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. The Sister Wives star shared that Garrison Brown was honored by family members and by his National Guard unit last Saturday. The Nevada National Guard performed a flag-folding ceremony in celebration of life for Garrison. He would have loved it, his mother said on Instagram. An official Facebook page for the Nevada National Guard shared the photos earlier this week. Janelle Brown acknowledged the post in her caption as well. She wrote, I am sharing some of the photos. Many of you have already seen a lot of these online, often with snarky comments accompanying them. But this was a beautiful moment for us. Fans show love and support for the Sister Wives family. Fans were quick to comment on the post to show support for the Sister Wives star. Several people pointed out the absolutely heartbreaking photos of Janelle receiving Garrison's folded flag. In the snapshots, you can see her face crumble. For many fans, it was hard to see the dedicated mother so emotional. What do you think about this video? Please told on comment box. Also subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching this video.